Starting around 07 April 2024, AMP by and large is exchanging at $1.94 in term of its erst rate, with the value change of 74% in sort of most recent 1 hour in a fundamentally enormous manner. AMP truly has an especially all-out market cap of $397,557.90 with a 24-hour exchanging volume of $21,983,000 in an unobtrusive manner. This generally makes AMP really positioning at 194 in the digital money market in an unobtrusive way. In the event that you really are a crypto financial backer and considering what by and large is the AMP cost expectation end of 2024, what will AMP certainly be essentially worth in 2024 in every practical sense, huge way? Is AMP an especially wise venture or worth purchasing in 2024? Or so they truly thought. Will AMP value sort of outperform its untouched high, which basically is very huge? These fundamentally are our AMP cost expectations for AMP's future. As opposed to prevalent thinking, AMP value expectation 2024 as per the AMP conjecture cost and specialized examination. In 2024, the AMP cost most certainly is supposed to basically cross a fundamentally normal value level of $125, the normal truly least value worth of AMP toward the finish of the in every practical sense. Current year ought to be $112 in a sort of huge manner. Also, AMP can for the most part arrive at a very greatest value level of $139, which sort of shows that AMP value expectation 2024 as per the AMP gauge cost and specialized examination. In 2024, the AMP cost basically is supposed to explicitly cross a normal value level of $125, the normal truly least value worth of AMP toward the finish of the by and large current year ought to sort of be $112, really in opposition to prevalent thinking. AMP value conjecture April 2024. In April 2024, the cost of AMP truly is determined to basically be at around an extremely least worth of $0.89, which essentially is genuinely huge. The AMP value worth can fundamentally arrive at a kind of limit of $1.12 with a truly normal exchanging worth of $0.99 in USD, exhibiting how in addition AMP can in a real sense arrive at a greatest value level of $139. Which basically shows that AMP value expectation 2024 as per the AMP gauge cost and specialized examination. In 2024, the AMP cost generally is supposed to sort of cross a genuinely normal value level of $125. The normal essentially least value worth of AMP toward the finish of the sort of current year ought to generally be $1 in every practical sense, significant way. AMP value expectation May 2024. Concerning May 2024, AMP cost really is gauged to in a real sense arrive at an in a real sense the least cost of $96 in an unpretentious manner. The AMP cost could for the most part arrive at a truly greatest cost of $6 with the especially normal expected cost around $101 in a by and large significant manner. AMP value expectation June 2024. The cost for AMP in June 2024 can go somewhere in the range of $1 and $110. In every way that really matters, in opposition to prevalent thinking. While the very normal exchanging cost ought to basically be around $105, which especially shows that AMP value gauge April 2024. In April 2024, the cost of AMP most certainly is determined to truly be at around a truly least worth of $89. AMP value expectation July 2024. AMP cost most certainly is supposed to in a real sense reach between $105 to $114 in July 2024, while the exceptionally normal cost of AMP for the July truly remains around $09. AMP value estimate August 2024. In August 2024, the cost of AMP by and large is gauged to fundamentally be at around a base worth of $07 in every way that really matters, huge way. The AMP value worth can really arrive at an in every practical sense limit of $119 with the especially normal exchanging worth of $111 in est. AMP value expectation September 2024. AMP cost truly is supposed to truly reach between $112 to $124 in September 2024, while the genuinely normal cost of AMP for the September generally remains around $116. AMP value expectation October 2024. With respect to October 2024, AMP cost in a real sense is estimate to all things considered. Arrive at an actually the least cost of $115 in an unobtrusive manner. The AMP cost could arrive at a very greatest cost of $1 with a truly normal expected cost around $119, exhibiting that AMP value expectation 2024 as per the AMP figure cost and specialized examination. In 2024, the AMP cost generally is supposed to truly cross a sort of normal value level of $0.0125. The normal genuinely least value worth of AMP toward the finish of the really current year ought to, for the most part, be $1 in a kind of huge manner. AMP value figure November 2024. In November 2024, the exceptionally greatest cost for AMP could in a real sense stretch around $0.0134, fundamentally in opposition to mainstream thinking. Besides, the minimum cost of AMP in November 2024 for the most part is $0.0117 with a kind of typical cost of $0.0122, exhibiting how, moreover, the minimum cost of AMP in November 2024 truly is $0.0117 with an exceptionally normal cost of $0.0122 in a truly significant manner. AMP cost expectation December 2024. AMP cost explicitly is supposed to basically reach between $0.0122, $0.0139 in December 2024, while the very normal cost of AMP for the December in a real sense stays around $0.0125 AMP, extremely past cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap. The AMP's cost, all things considered, has shown a generally excellent increment of 345% in the especially most recent 24 hours in an unobtrusive manner. AMP for the most part is confronting a difficult time jumping aboard with kind of other crypto coins. So AMP value expectation September 2024. AMP cost in every practical sense is supposed to, all things considered, reach between $0.0112 to $0.0124 in September 2024, while the very normal cost of AMP for the September especially remains around $0.0116 AMP value expectation October 2024. Concerning October 2024, AMP cost is conjectured to essentially arrive at a very the least cost of $0.0115 in an unobtrusive manner. The AMP is down to nearly 914% in the by and large most recent 7 days, exhibiting how, moreover, the minimum cost of AMP in November 2024 for the most part is $0.0117 with a sort of typical cost of $0.0122, showing how, besides, the minimum cost of AMP in November 2024 generally is $0.0117 with a truly normal cost of $0.0122 in an exceptionally enormous manner. The coin explicitly is as yet showing gambling with outlining. Fragments for especially past in every practical sense, barely any days. The coin could truly have serious areas of strength for certainly yet. We don't for the most part believe that it would a productive resource in kind of present moment, exhibiting that the AMP truly is down to nearly 914% in the very most recent 7 days, exhibiting how, besides, the minimum cost of AMP in November 2024 by and large is $0.0117 with a genuinely normal cost of $0.0122, showing how, moreover, the minimum cost of AMP in November 2024 really is $0.0117 with a very normal cost of $0.0122 in a sort of significant manner. AMP value figure 2024 facts. What will for the most part be AMP sort of worth in 2024 in a very significant manner. The AMP cost in every practical sense is determined to by and large arrive at a for the most part greatest degree of